Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So we're gonna see. Spirit brought a topic to my attention. Now, I didn't really want to do it, but we're gonna do it. I think I'm gonna broaden it so it's a little bit more general. Because a lot of people are retired, or a lot of people, they have different types of work situations. So this is going to be kind of how you're being viewed at work, okay, amongst your peers. I'm going to broaden it. So this could be just how you're being perceived or viewed. Now, if work subjects come up, I am going to be directing it towards like your clients, maybe not, your clients, okay? If you guys are business owners, or if you guys have partners or contractors, those people. If you have employees, those people. Your coworkers, really. Work vibes, right? So, let's see, shall we? Now, if you're retired, just put this as this is how people are genuinely or generally viewing you. Okay, but we're going to get into it. Let's see. Now, I didn't really want to do this, but Spirit's like, no, we're going to do it. All right, so here we go. How are the collective's coworkers, people that they work with, associate with, how are they viewing the collective right now? We have Mars energy, we have Sagittarius energy, and we have the 6th house, so Virgo energy. Well, you have a lot of ambition. You have a lot of drive. Very free-spirited. You kind of do your own thing. You don't really get people, you don't listen. Well, you listen, but you take direction, but you incorporate your own ish, right? You do things very you style with that Sagittarius energy. It's like ain't nobody really telling you what to do. They could be viewing you as a very, very dedicated and hard worker, but also this leadership energy coming through with this Mars here. Aries, But with Mars, too, you could make some people angry, frustrated even. Perhaps because you are, I just heard overworker, so you could, you just work really hard. You work smarter, not harder, I want to say. People are definitely viewing you as somebody who does it their own way. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it my way. So you definitely do things your own way. You have a unique style in how you do things. This is how people are viewing you. I also heard structured, and as I heard that, I seen like Capricorn here. You guys could be very structured, disciplined. North Node is here too, so I mean, you just like to do things your own way. I feel like you're open to hearing like other suggestions and stuff like this, but I feel like you just like doing things your own way. Period. All right. Okay. We have success, so they view you as very successful. Okay. Fanatical belief in hypocrisy. I mean, you're making your fantasies come true, really. They view you as very successful, a very successful individual, and this is perhaps why they allow, you might have a lot of leniency, okay? Because you have success with whatever it is that you do, your own style, your own way. You're very successful while you do it. So I feel like there's a lot of leniency there when it comes to you. I feel like people kind of let you do your own thing. Let you. Let you. That's funny. I can feel your energy, collective. Let me. Fuck, that's funny. All right. So yeah, you kind of just do your own thing because you hold a lot of success in the ways that you do things. Okay. I feel like people perhaps even look up to you a little bit. So let's see. How are the coworkers? Longevity. Okay, you're doing things for the long haul, fertility and multiplicity. So I feel your coworkers feel they're viewing you. People in general are viewing you as somebody who has long-term success. There's longevity with you. There is health. There's vitality here. Okay, people might even view you as very brute or strong. Because right now, I don't know what they do in there, but it looks like they're breaking something. So there's a level of strength, tenacity, They would like to crown you, or I don't know, people look up to you at work. Okay? They do look up to you. Maybe even perhaps put you on a pedestal here. Okay? That longevity, though, like, I feel like people, they view you as somebody who would be there for the long haul. Okay? Or you're seeking, how do I put this? You're doing things in a very slow manner, but it has longevity. Like, it has purpose. There's a purpose for it. There's, you know the saying, there's a method to the madness? I feel like with you, there's a method to the motherfucking madness. And you're very successful at it. So they're almost viewing you as, yeah, we have affinity and friendship. So there's a lot of people that want to be your friend, okay? Ritual and ceremony. They view you as a friend, really. You're very friendly. You have affinity for friendships, I want to say. But your coworkers and your work partners and stuff like that, they view you as a good friend, somebody who would be good on the team, that provides longevity, that provides success, that provides new ideas, new ways of doing things. You ease the workload, I want to say. Love and submission. Yeah, there's a lot of people that really do like you, enjoy you in the workplace. Okay? I am going to get one more because I'm feeling, usually I don't, but let's just get one more. Submission to a higher order. Okay? That comes both ways. Some of you guys do submit intellectual talent. Okay. Some of you guys do submit to a higher order. You guys do what you're told and stuff like that. But for a small group of you, I feel like a higher order submits to you. So, you know, because of your intellectual talent, you just have this talent for designing new ways of doing things, and it's cherished and it's valued. But they're viewing you as a very successful individual. They would like to be your friend. I don't know if some of you guys are very standoffish, like you don't put yourself in the middle of things. You don't get to know people unless they come towards you and want to get to know you. I feel like you guys might be a little bit standoffish, although when you do open up, you're very outgoing and friendly. Okay? Let's see. What's the success here? Oh, we have the botanist. So legacy. You're creating some sort of legacy. And the hound. Loyalty, chains, and promises. Your loyalty. Tell me where your love lies. Screaming at your fucking eyes. Show me where your love lies. We have parenthood and legacy. Do people call you like the mom of the group, the dad of the group, the poet? Relationships and vulnerability, and then we have friendships. I feel like people feel like they can be vulnerable around you. Okay? You're a very loyal individual. You're very successful. I feel like you have, I got my mind on my money and money on my mind. I feel like you're focused on your success. You're focused on money. You're focused on creating some sort of legacy. Dyslexic. I was reading longevity and saying legacy. So, people view you as being somebody who is focused on your legacy, focused on longevity, on the long run, the long haul. You have long-term goals here, okay? You're loyal to it. I feel like with this sword coming apart, with this hound here eating this little sword, I feel like people view you as you're not chained to something, okay? I make no promises, that type of thing. So, or you could perhaps be chained to success. Like, people view you as you cannot fail. You're always successful in everything that you do. What's this longevity? Layla, the thief, seizing the moment and selfishness. Seizing the moment, longevity. You're here for the long haul. Hiding your true self and projection. So wearing a mask. See, people think that you might not be there for long. Because if an opportunity arises, you're gonna kind of go for it. People might be viewing you a little bit as maybe a little selfish. I feel like this is coming from people who are projecting as well. Okay, awareness and reflection, and I feel like you guys reflect on this a lot, but hiding your true self, I feel like you protect yourself around these types of people or around your coworkers and stuff, as you should, right? I feel like you hide parts of yourself. You don't give people the, like I said, you open up when it calls time to open up, right? You're not there. I just heard, I'm there for the paycheck, ain't there to make friends. So some of you guys might actually just be there for the paycheck and not to make no friends. So I feel like people think that you're focused on your success. You're not really focused on maybe even perhaps being there long term. Maybe this is a means to an ends or a means to an ends, okay? And that if another opportunity arises, you're going to seize the moment. And that you're hiding your true intentions or hiding your true self. You're masking something. People feel like you're up to something, okay? Because you're creating some sort of successful legacy, and you make no promises. You're loyal to your success, okay? So this friendship, affinity and friendship, there might even be people who want to be your friend, but we have determination and certainty, self-protection, and dual natures. What did I say? I told you. You guys protect your energy. Self-protection. Okay? Responsibility and expectations. Yeah, you are there. You have a responsibility to maintain. Okay? You're not really there to develop these long-term meaningful relationships with people, because at the end of the day, you don't know these people from, you know, what is that saying? You don't know between a can of paint or something. You don't know these people from a can of paint. Okay? Self-protection. You're protecting yourself. And you are very determined. And you're certain. You want to be certain that these people are who they say they are, because there's a lot of masking involved. A lot of people pretend to be, you know, the best or whatever version of themselves that they want to be. But then there's a lot of projection. So I feel like you protect your energy. Okay? You're selfish with your energy. This is how they're viewing you. But you have responsibilities to uphold. You're more focused on your success. You're more focused on your responsibilities. You're not really focused on sharing too much of yourself. You're very protective of your energy, and I feel like this is for a good reason. Like, you're very self-protected, and people might view this as selfishness. Because you are protecting your energy, they might view you as selfish, right? You don't want to talk. You don't want to, you know, get in the work gossip and shit like that. And I feel like, well, yeah, you don't. You're focused on your success. You're focused on a legacy here. You're looking for the long term, the long haul. You're not really looking for surface level pleasures with these people. I feel like your priorities are very straight. You're protecting your energy, and people are just viewing you as a little bit standoffish or a little bit selfish, and that you're hiding something. What's the submission to a higher order? Missed opportunities and fear of failure. Overthinking and taking action. And then we have ruthlessness and conviction. Ooh. People might view you as a little ruthless. The captain, taking command and teamwork. What did I say? Taking command and teamwork. So people are viewing you as somebody who can take command. I said, now the higher order might submit to you, because I feel like you're taking command and you have teamwork. You're almost like the leader, even though you may not have the title of a leader. People are viewing you as a leader. You're able to take command. You're able to delegate. You're able to take responsibility, get shit done, that type of thing. And that is perhaps why you're not really making friends with a lot of people, because it's like boss first, jobs first, responsibility first, friendship later. This is almost giving boss vibes. Okay, so if you guys are a boss, this is how your the people that are under you view you, okay? They view you as somebody who is maybe perhaps, you know, you're a little bit ruthless in your convictions, but you take action here. You take action, you take command, you take leadership, and perhaps your coworkers are viewing you as a fear of failure. I feel like maybe perhaps your coworkers or colleagues or the people, they might even feel a little bit like they missed what's this missed opportunity about? Because the fear of failure, maybe perhaps they view you as, you know, you fear failure, and that's why you work so hard. You push so hard. Yeah, we have vulnerability and relationships. So missed opportunity, relationships, friendship, vulnerability. Okay, I feel like they're viewing you as somebody who, with relationships here, see, responsibilities. Okay, they feel like they miss an opportunity, or they miss an opportunity with you to be your friendship, or they feel like you're going to be missing an opportunity with them to become their friend. Okay, there is something here with relationships and friendships, and putting responsibility above that, which they have mixed feelings about this. Like, they really do. They admire it. They admire your ability to have this ruthless conviction to take action, and it's responsibilities over friendship. So especially if you're a boss, it's like, I expect you to do your job. That comes first. Friendship comes after. Just because, we friends and stuff doesn't mean I'm going to take no shit. It's, let's get this shit done first, and then we can root and toot afterwards, if that is even what you want. Because I do feel like a lot of you guys do protect your energy. Okay? And you might be hiding some of yourself here, with that hiding your true self. Okay? So, let's see. What's this legacy? What's the long-term loyalty? Loyal to the legacy. What's the success? I know why that Mars energy, because you're very, what's the success? The moon. You're hiding your true self, see? 9 of Swords. Okay, so this is fear. So they fear your success, honey. Your coworkers, there's a little bit of fear around here. Loyalty, promises, and legacy and success. I feel like your success breathes fear into those around you. Don't ask me why, man. We are going to ask why. Why is that? Why does your success collective breathe fear into your coworkers? 10 of Cups and Judgment. Because you're going after what makes you happy. You're focused on you. Why does it bring fear? They fear your... Oh. We have Temperance. So fear of failure, relationships, friendships, determination and certainty, self-protection and dual natures. Okay. How do your coworkers and your peers view you? They view you as you might be like you have a fear of failure here. You don't like to fail. You like to win. Okay, Temperance and the Hermit. You do a lot of introspection. You keep to yourself. Fear of failure. Submission to a higher order. Now, I said the higher order kind of submits to you because you're able to take command and you have ruthless conviction. You take action. Relationships, missed opportunity. So do they? There's a fear of failure here with relationships, and see? They don't want... There's some people who don't want to fail you. I feel like this is bosses or higher ups, or because you have a ruthless conviction. I don't know if these people have seen you cut other people off or something like that, but they don't want it to happen to them. They also, with this success here, they do view you as somebody who don't like to fail. You might have a fear of failure here. You will not fail, period. You're in it for the long haul, longevity. You're focused on your ish. You're protecting yourself. You're seizing the moments to take command, take action. You have ruthless conviction there's that Mars energy. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to take the lead, to take a stand even. I feel like your coworkers and peers, they view you as somebody who would be with seizing the moment, taking action, Mars energy, like you step up to the motherfucking plate. And I feel like they view you as somebody who don't like to fail. You don't fail. Longevity, Ace of Pentacles, you don't fail. The Fool. This is you like to take risks. There's something here about riskiness. Hiding your true self, seizing the moment, selfish. Ace of Pentacles, you take opportunities. Seize the moment, Ace of Pentacles. Any opportunity to do something, you take it. Okay? And you're very successful because of it. The Fool and the Nine of Pentacles, you're very independent, very successful, very good luck. You have good luck with things. So maybe perhaps this is why you hide your true self. They think that you hide your true self because underlining it, I feel like people think that you have this fear of failure. Or people fear the failure of friendships. There's something here with friendships, getting on your bad side. What's this affinity in friendships? Yeah, that's the truth. Getting on your bad side. The Lovers, they listen, judgment. They fear your judgment. Okay? Self-protection, dual natures. There's that dual nature. Ruthless conviction. Don't fuck you over. Because if you fuck you over, that's it. The friendship done and you gonna get treated as such. That type of thing. Determination, certainty, clarity, truth. Now this is a double-edged sword, right? Dual nature. Self-protection. You will protect yourself because it's mind over money and money over mind. There's something here like that. Okay, so if you're shady, you done. You done, son. And people don't like your ruthless conviction. They fear this. They fear your dual nature. They fear this double side to you. Maybe that's perhaps why a higher order submits to you. This is kind of funny, collective. Because you don't have this fear of taking action with ruthless conviction. You are focused on the long term. And these people ain't long term, or they're not in your long term goals. So if they mess you over, or they show some sort of two-faced BS, or they try and screw, if they mess with your money, period, done. No, you done. It ain't happening like that. Don't Capricorn energy coming through. Capricorn, baby. That's funny. You know? If they mess with your motherfucking money, that's that Saggy energy, you know? Very spontaneous. You feel spontaneous, right? You have a dual nature to you. As soon as anybody oversteps a boundary and tries to mess with your money, boom, this dual nature comes out. And I feel like people fear this because you're focused solely on your success, the long-term goals that you have, and you're not letting any short-term person mess with your long-term goals on period. You're focused on success and you're focused on doing the job. Friends, sure. Kosher, sure. But there's a part of you that you kind of hide. And I feel like it's a form of self-protection, right? You seize opportunities, you seize moments, but it's like as soon as somebody tries to mess with these opportunities that come in, or they're trying some fuck shit, or, you know, they try and weasel their way, or they screw with your money in any sort of way, you're done. And you have this ruthless conviction, okay? Collective. You ain't messing around, baby. You don't mess around. Okay? You will protect your assets. You will protect your money. Period. Okay? That Gemini energy, too. Judgment. That dual nature. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Don't step funny to the collective. Don't step funny. Because you'll put them in their place with ruthless conviction. Like, you're pretty ruthless, bro. It's funny. It's true. As you should be. Fuck them. You know, you don't mess with that type of stuff. What's this submission to a higher order? Taking action. You don't overthink things, I feel. Yeah, you don't overthink things. There's the King of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. There's, ooh. Partnerships. Three of Swords. So the King and the Queen of Swords. Alright? Submission to a higher order. This is like partnerships, okay? We have relationships and vulnerability. Relationships. I'm not looking at this as a love type thing. I'm looking at this as friendships, okay? Fear of failure and a missed opportunity. People don't want to miss the opportunity, miss the boat on being your friend because they feel like you have a lot of pull or a lot of sway. Because there is this weird fear of your success and how successful you are and how committed and loyal you are to your success. And I don't know if they've seen people step sideways and they've seen part of your dual nature and you come out with the truth and stand on business. I will protect myself. I will protect my money. If you're acting funny, you're done. You're getting the whole I don't talk to you. I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, see, getting in the middle. 3 of Pentacles, 3, yeah, here's the 7 of Swords. Layla. So there's the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. If you're gonna get in the way with your lies, deceit, and fuckery, if you're gonna get in the way of anything, then you're gonna get this sword right down the middle, you know? So I feel like you don't mess around, and you're a little bit ruthless with this. If you want to come in and cause some sort of heartbreak, what's that? Oh, goodies! If you're going to lie, cheat, or be sneaky even, this is like being sneaky, okay? You don't deal with it. Give me a sec. Okay, so you don't mess around. If things are coming in between, or you're trying to come in between, this is also relationships, like trying to make the higher ups see you in a different way. 5 of Cups, people regret it, trying to screw you over in some sort of way. So you might have some sneaky shit going on in the background where people try and get people to perceive you in a different way. You ain't here for it. You're going to cut it off. That shit ain't going to fly with me. You're done. I'm putting you in your place, and that's where you belong, and that's where you're going to stay. That type of thing. Okay? So you got people that don't want to get on your bad side. All right? They really don't. I am sacred. God loves an audience. Brought up in front of those who don't believe. So there could be a lot of people who didn't believe in you. And that is why they fear your success here. Okay? They tried to get in the middle of something. They tried to tell you couldn't accomplish things, couldn't do things. We have suffering and silence. Breaking generational curses. People view you at work as you breaking some sort of curses or breaking or doing things that have not yet been done before. Okay, burnout. People might view you as you might be burning there's that workaholic type energy. People are wondering why you don't burn out. How is it that you can keep going like the motherfucking Energizer Bunny and this bitch still keeps going? Don't they have a limit? Like, so people view you as somebody who don't burn out very easily. Or it feels like you just don't burn out. Soul connection. I don't think too much. I just stay in my lane. You're not worried. You're not worried about what anybody else is doing. You stay in your own lane. You don't care. Okay? And people might view you as suffering in silence. I'm gonna see what that's about, but they might view you as hiding something, or that you're suffering in silence, or that you don't. No, you definitely speak up. This is an energy that fucking speaks their mind. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. You definitely speak. With the 9 of Swords and the Moon, people they fear your success. They also fear your wrath a little bit. Or it's not even that you blow up or do anything. It's your cutoff. It's your cutoff in that cold nature. This dual nature. You could be a very good team player. I'm on your side. Let's go. Let's get it. Or you can be, you tried to fuck me over. Now I'm acting like you don't exist. You don't fucking matter. You're 5 minutes, and I'm looking towards 5 years, 50 years from now. I ain't worried about no fucking 5 minutes. Yeah, that type of shit. You know? Fuck me, collective. Damn. You mean business. You stand on business and you mean business. And not only that, you walk the fucking talk. Okay? For real. That's funny. I'm sacred. You treat yourself as such too. Yeah. Here we have the Magician and the 3 of Cups. The Magician fell right on top of this 9 of Swords, the Moon. With this success, you're after your goals. Manifestation. You also have all the tools in your arsenal needed to be able to get shit done. Okay? This is your coworkers and your peers. They fear your success. They do. They fear your success. Loyalty, promises, and legacy success. They fear it. This is a group of people, and there's that dual nature. See? They see a different, they get enlightened to a different side of you. Okay? 3 of Swords, and then they end up heartbroken because you put them in their place. If they want to step funny, you put them in their place. And I feel like this, you do this with cold calculation is what I just heard. Okay? You do this with precise, yeah, Queen of Swords. You do this with cold calculation. Because you ain't there to please nobody. Right? God loves an audience, brought up in front of those who don't believe. Here's that Sagittarius energy. So there's a lot of people who believe that you couldn't do what you're doing. All right? say that you needed to perform a task and they thought, oh, no, there's no way the collective's going to be able to do that. That's like for, higher ups, or that's for, I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of sexism going on if you work in a male-dominated field. Maybe there's a little bit of, like, sexism going on if you're a male nurse, that type of shit. There's judgments, okay? People are judging you, thinking that you wouldn't be able to succeed in doing something. But God loves an audience, so I feel like you have an audience here. Yeah, the Chariot. You are definitely determined, and here's justice. Oh, yeah. Put your money where your mouth is. That type of shit. That type of ish. Listen, put your money where your motherfucking mouth is. You do a lot of talk. That type of shit. I don't know if you had people gossiping. Here's this Ace of Pentacles, okay? Hiding your true self. There's something here hidden. People view you as a little bit selfish because you're hiding something. You're there for longevity. You're there for long-term shit. That you're thinking big. You ain't no, little fish in a big pond. You're the big fish in the little pond, that type of thing, okay? The Sun and the Ace of Pentacles with this Three of Swords, they tried to, I'm telling you, the people who tried to weasel their way or tried to take from you in some sort of way, fuck with your money, that type of thing, by saying that you couldn't do something, nah, they can't do shit, they won't be able to do this, they won't be able to do that. You are the motherfucking magician. You have everything in your arsenal to be able to do something, and you get it done with the Chariot. You have tenacity, bravery, courage, and strength and will. You have the will to do it, the drive to do something, okay? You get it done. You get it done. Maybe this is why people view you as a little bit of a fear of failure here. You don't fail. It's not even a fear of failure. You don't fail. I feel like people fear your success and they have a fear of failure. Okay? With this relationship thing too, there's something funny with that dual nature. They don't want to see the flip side of you because I don't know if they seen, like, did they? Yeah, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords, they definitely seen this Queen of Swords come out. You don't want to overstep because once you overstep, you're going to get stepped on. That type of thing. Fuck. Okay, suffering in silence. What's going on here? Shit. Three of Wands, yeah. Here's the Queen of Cups, okay? Four of Pentacles. You hold back. And people might view you as, like, because you're silent or something here. Five of Wands, there's a lot of competition around you. People view you as competition. There's a lot of drama. They think that they get into you. That's the thing. So there's some people who saw your other side of you and they think that you just go off. Maybe you go off on your own or do things on your own or just you keep your motherfucking distance. It's a form of self-preservation and protection because you know that people ain't always who they say they are. No, they're not. They're very sneaky, slimy, selfish, and weaselly. Okay, so they ain't always who they say they are. So you're very self-protective, and these people, they're kind of viewing you as somebody who, yeah, I got them. Like they're all off on their side, and you're suffering in silence. And nah, you ain't doing that. You're playing the game of strategy, babes. Yeah, Hangman, you're observing, you're strategizing, right? What's this? We have the World. Oh my God, come on. Here's the Nine of Pentacles. What did I say? You're strategizing. You ain't suffering in no silence. Let them think what they want to think. That's the thing. You let people think what they want to think. That's funny. All right? Breaking generational curses. What's this? Two of Cups. Oh, this is work affairs. Oh, relations. Maybe there's a generational curse or a generational thing where you thought you had to be everybody's motherfucking friend. You don't. You don't gotta be everybody's friend. This is a generational curse. This is what your ancestors couldn't break, okay? Befriending people who would just stab you in the back and then sabotage your money. It's a generational thing where you thought you would have to either be friends with everybody, and coworkers and stuff like that. Be friendly, have no boundaries really, trust people, over-trusting. You ain't doing that no more. You ain't here to be nobody's friend. Four of Cups. Yeah, you ain't here to be nobody's friend. You're not doing that no more. That was a generational curse thing. So you broke a generational curse thinking that you couldn't say no to people or tell a motherfucker where to go and how to get there. Collective. You were overly friendly with your coworkers. Overly friendly, affinity and friendship, determination and certainty, dual nature, self-protection. You protect yourself now. Okay, you ain't got to be everybody's motherfucking friend. I feel like people I think people view you as a little bit ruthless here. Ruthless with this relationships, taking action, submission to a higher order. Fuck, I feel like people even view you as somebody who would submit them to a higher order if they want to step fucking funny. You want to step funny? Let's go. Bring them into HR type thing. Or submit something to a higher order. Don't dance. We don't dance over here. So people are viewing you as ruthless. A little bit fucking ruthless. Like, don't be coming in and sidestepping and trying to fuck up my money in some sort of way. Or else we're gonna take this in some legal action here. That type of thing. So burnout. What's this burnout here? So you don't take no shit, pretty much. You ain't taking shit. You don't take shit. Burnout. What's this burnout? People view you as like someone who don't burn out. The death card. Like, you just keep going. Burnout. You don't burn out. You just keep going and go. How much energy do they have? How much energy do this motherfucker have? You don't burn out. You never burn out. You never crash. What the fuck's this? You just keep going like an Energizer bunny. People watch you, man. So they're viewing you as somebody who just has a lot of strength, will, desire to get shit done. And you don't burn out. You just keep going. Going and going and going. People view you as somebody who don't think too much. You stay in your lane. And if people want to come in and sidestep you and sideswipe you in your lane, they're going to get this dual nature to you. They're going to learn real quick with this ruthless conviction. What's this ruthless conviction? I'm kind of curious. This hangman and the lovers, dual nature. Yeah, this dual nature. They're going to see a different side. Yeah, longevity here with that Knight of Pentacles. Longevity. Hiding your true self. They feel like that's hidden. Like, they don't see that right away. This ruthless conviction to you, because you might be friendly at first. And, this is that generational curse thing. You're naturally a very friendly, outgoing person with that Sagittarius. But if you step a motherfucker sideways, you're going to get that Mars energy. That Mars. Okay? That's what that ruthless conviction. It's hiding your true self. And then they all of a sudden think, oh, that's the true self. See, that's them. Nah, that's the self you get if you sidestep a motherfucker and you want to act all funny. Then you're going to get this side. You don't deserve the light side. You deserve the motherfucking cold ass shadow. Yeah, it's dark in here, isn't it? It's motherfucking dark in here. That type of shit. Ha! That type of shit. Oh, you don't mess around. Yeah, for real. I don't think too much. I just stay in my lane. I do my work. Head down, doing the work. Okay? That's what you do. I don't think, King of Pentacles. And see, this is fear. Fear, the Hierophant, because you're a leader, you're a teacher, and you're bred for success. And Five of Swords, people, and here's the Seven of Swords, they're burdened because of some sort. There's your success. Success, and then here's the Moon, there's the fear. So fear of success, we're going to read the story. So we have the Hierophant, which is all about like a teacher or somebody who is a leader, okay? A mentor or something here, okay? In an institution even. We have the Wheel of Fortune. There's that Sagittarius energy with success. Fear of success. These people fear, and they're really jealous. They're really jealous of your success as well. Because they know, like, they can feel it or they see it in some sort of way. You're very successful. They try and sidestep you, and then they end up getting embarrassed or burdened or put in their place. Okay? Because you ain't about to do that. You ain't about to do that. You're this Hierophant energy. You don't mess with this Hierophant. All right? Like I said, that's that higher order. Sometimes it be submitting to you. Okay? And with this King of Pentacles, you're not fucking around when it comes to your money, when your job, your security. You don't mess around, period. You ain't messing around. Hell no. What is that? I don't care what they call me. You can even call me something. As long as you don't call me broke. Call me broke. Call me broke. You don't even give a fuck what they call you. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but don't be calling me no motherfucking broke. That's what what you say, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, collective. Soul connection. What's going on? That's funny. 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's the 7 of Swords. Soul connection. So they try and put this illusion here. This illusion. I am sacred, this magician. What do they think they're going to do? Some sort of... You're connected to your soul. So they view you as somebody who can see past deception, trickery, illusions. 777. You have a soul connection. I am sacred with the magician. You have eyes in the sky. You can see through people's fake shit. And that is where you switch up on a motherfucker. As soon as you smell or hint any sort of fake trickery going behind your back trying to sideswipe that money, because there is people that fear your success and they're a little bit jealous of it, so they try and do some fuck shit, you peep that right away and you act accordingly. So there's people that view you as somebody who has a soul connection who can see through the fuckery, okay? And you have a strength and will to you that's like people, and it's a strong soul, like that you be knowing right away. People, they, like, you know right away when people are, yeah, here's the success, okay? And you leave them out in the dust. They can sit there and think about what they did for a while. I don't even give a shit how long you sit under that tree. That type of thing. You're self-protectant with this world. You protect yourself. And you're looking over there? Yeah. Nah. Okay? 2 of Swords, blocked. Yeah, you ain't about to mess with my 10 of Pentacles. I don't think so. Okay, you got a plan here. Holy collective. So you're being viewed as somebody who don't take no shit. It does cause a lot of shock. Okay, it causes a lot of like, damn, the fuck? What the there's a whole side to you that you keep under wraps for when the fuck shit comes out and you're like, okay, all right, well, now you go see this. So that type of thing. Because you could have been somebody with this breaking generational curses and this friendship. The affinity with friendships, wanting to be everybody's friend, there's that people-pleasing energy. Wanting everybody to like you, teamwork, Nah, that ain't happening here. Put your foot down. That type of thing. So people, you reserve that part of you for when people want to sidestep and do something a little shady behind your back or warp people's perceptions and stuff like that. You put people in their place and they get a little shocked because they're like, excuse me, ma'am, mister, what was that? I didn't see that. You had all that hidden? I didn't see that. So that type of thing, okay? So collective, if that resonated with y'all, hit up that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the motherfucking Vibe Tribe. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.